Satara?
Hey, Rich, you all right?
Yes, 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 yes. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Hey, you threw down yesterday.
Rich, I appreciate you. I had a good time.
Man, you threw down yesterday, man.
Appreciate you, Rich.
Man,
It was a good time.
I'm trying to fill in for LaShawn. LaShawn missed yesterday, and she was gonna talk about something important, the Poor People's Campaign and low wage workers assembly and moral march on Washington is June 18th, and she was gonna give us some information on that. And being that that's kind of far away, I feel we should try to set up some kind of caravan or something. And I'm quite sure ain't no
Get it
telling being
together.
that it's a poor people. It's important that we get in touch with the, spread the poor people campaign word out and try to get them, try to get, cause when it be events and stuff like that, they be well represented. They just be low represented when it comes to Flint. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. All of them are scenes that they seen when it was showing a lot of people running inside of the Capitol that was supposed to be from Flint during the water crisis.
Yeah.
Uh, 4 out of 5 buses wasn't from Flint. We was barely filling up at our hay. We was barely filling up 2 buses at our hay, and nowadays we ain't filling up a car, but we still fight. And then like I said, is what I'm trying to do with this platform is bring awareness to what everybody is trying to do good,
Mhm.
because a lot of people try to do stuff good and don't, but a few people know that they trying to do, like me myself. Everything that I try to do, I tell people what for real. Oh man, I ain't know. So I try to ease that with a lot of people, and at the same time, I'll try to bring awareness. Just like yesterday, when I was talking to him, to Pfeiffer yesterday, it was like it was like conversations that I've been having with people that was coming, that was, saying to him. So and it felt good to be heard, and it felt good to be talking with somebody that have like ideas, you know.
It also was good to talk to somebody level headed, right? That was it for me. That's at least talking to somebody level headed, because most times, you talk to people and they up or they down, they don't care. It was nice that talk to somebody level headed that could really, express themselves and say what it is for real. Because usually,
Hmm.
they be dipping all around corners and round and round and round. You know, you know what I'm saying? And so you don't really know exactly where they stand or what's going on. But it was nice to have someone level headed to speak with. And so far I can't say that I don't see that he does not have, Flint's best interest at heart as of right now. Everything that I've been seeing and hearing so far, so good. So I can only take him at that. Like I said before this had happened, I said I have to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until I can't, right? And there's a whole lot of them that I can't. But so far, so good with him. So, we're gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep, working and reaching out to him or whatever and seeing if, he gonna stand on everything that he was talking about.
I like the fact that he brought up about. Well, tell me how you feel about him bringing up the fact that the county don't feel that they don't want to do nothing for Flint with their money, or they don't feel obligated. And I heard personally from more than one person that that our commissioners were saying Flint got their own money. So how you feel about that?
Him bringing that up because those are some things that like some of us are not privy to that information and we haven't heard it or we didn't know it. Sometimes we hear like those things like just because we hear Genesee County got the money don't mean that Flint got the money. Feel me? So even though you saying Genesee County got the money, Flint don't have the money. So some of us are naive enough to believe that here in Genesee County, and because we are Genesee County, that we get some of that too. And if they're gonna decide to just take it and say, okay, well, yeah, Genesee County got the money, but we're gonna decide what part of Genesee County got the money, right? Which should
Yep.
not be a thing. It should not be this part of Genesee County gets it, this part of Genesee County get it. Oh no, you don't because you got your own funds, or oh no, you don't because we don't fool with you anyway. If you fucking with it, you should be everywhere, right?
Amen.
And I feel like that's something that they should all be talking about. He should not be the only one bringing that up. He should not be the only one saying that. Because if Flint do have this money that's allocated for Flint, that we have things that we need to do with it in place, well, why you not using some of this money to help too? Because you got it ain't like you can hold on to it. You gotta use it. So what you gonna do? Continue to beautify Grand Blanc? Fuck more can you do to Grand Blanc?
You're right.
We gotta
And
do something
we
on us. But it gotta go past downtown. We got come on, y'all. The north side look like shit. Double shit.
um I say it again, and I hate to say it, but we weekly represented,
We
and
represented.
we weekly represented. That's all I gotta say. We weekly they get away with. We got a master plan, and then we distracted. We fighting a whole lot. Like now we got a new issue, the accounting firm. And look how far we done got past the contract the hearings for the garbage company.
Way past that. Hey, but if you even want it, but if we can step back and we can say we 8 years into this damn water.
Thank you.
We can say all of this about all this stuff coming up right now, but we still 8 years with dirty ass
We
water.
8 years in it. We 8 years into this water crisis. We've been
Gee.
throwing pennies. Martin Luther King, the Junior observance had just passed,
Mhm.
and I was ignored again. But it's all good because I had to bring up something because it's time for a new breed of Flint people to step out. And what I mean by that is Martin Luther King Jr. the third, Martin Luther King the third came the last time he was in Flint that I know of. So
Yeah.
maybe they can prove me wrong on this, that he did come back to Flint since then. The last time he was here, he said that the city of Flint should be suing the state of Michigan for $6 billion and our government for our federal government for $6 trillion. That every resident in Flint should come away with at least $50,000 at the end of when it's all said and done. No one ever carried that message in the city of Flint. And another thing that haven't been passed on is our pump faking when it come to voting.
Mhm.
I was asked by a couple of people how did I feel about um Martin Luther King, or how did I think Martin Luther King felt about Flint. I said he'd be rolling over in his grave pissed off,
Yeah.
probably patting his son on the back for not coming here.
Mhm.
We got what is a 48% voting percentage,
Something like that. Is it that high?
and we got and I don't know, and we got people pleasing 20 to a couple of 20 or 30, maybe 10 some people in a circle, and getting enough votes to win the election, and acting like they done something. when there's like 6,000 registered voters in that ward that didn't vote,
Mm.
and we ain't doing no shout out, no major shout out to our crime. The city of Flint, the only election that we decide is the local election. We decide our council races and and our mayor race.
Yeah.
We don't anything county we don't control. Anything state we don't control. You can take the city of Flint numbers out of any major election and it wouldn't change. It
That's a
wouldn't
damn
change.
shame. That's a shame. That's so sad and disheartening. But then we have the nerve to want to complain, right? Uh, mm, mm.
And I'll be preaching to people. The same reason why you don't vote, it should be the reason why you vote, and not only vote, lend a word or two. Speak up.
But here's the thing, though. Why not try it? Because if not voting is getting us shit, then how could voting do any worse, right? If you feel like it's not gonna do any worse, why don't you just try it and see? Just one time for the
Man,
one time. Everybody try it and see if it makes a difference or not. You can't not do something and say it don't make a difference.
just imagine, just imagine, in every ward, 1,000 residents that are registered to vote that don't vote all got together and started meeting and vote.
Mm,
They could change the city. They could change their ward.
yeah.
1,000 of a thousand. It ain't but a couple hundred in every ward vote. So if you get 1,000 to come together that don't vote, to start voting and voicing their opinion and demanding what they want done, see, that's what the problem is. We just got voters now. People just, oh, I voted. You know, you we don't have no proactive activity. We're always crying. Just like this John Lewis bill.
Mm,
This something we should be fighting and talking about every day. We
yeah.
shouldn't just now be talking about it now that they ain't finna pass it again.
Right.
We should be talking about this every day. We gotta hit them for 365 days.
The same way we should be doing with the water.
The same thing we need to be doing. We need to we don't and the same thing we need to be doing with this being at Elizabeth A. Kelly on January this Thursday, January the 27th at
Mm-hmm.
2 p.m. Is that this Thursday?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's this Thursday. About the Flint water crisis hearing protest. The Flint water crisis hearing protest in
Yeah.
front of the judges. We should have been in front of them lawyers all protesting.
Right. Mm. So what's your plans? What's your plans for that? You got any plans?
For for this protest,
Yeah.
I'm going to participate.
Okay.
And if I get a chance to speak, I'm going to speak on how bad shortchanged over. This is what I say about it. The cookie jar is empty, and they refuse to recognize the crumb.
Mm. Well,
They
tell
know
people
who
where
ate
this
the
gonna be
cookie,
at. You saying go
and
participate in it. Where's tell everybody where it's gonna be
it's
at.
going to be on 900 South Saginaw, and that's in front of Elizabeth A. Kelly. That's the judge. That's where we're going to be at, right at the courthouse downtown.
Okay.
2 o'clock. Spread the word. Listen, people, be safe. put two masks on and a face mask if that's what you do. You know, it's
Definitely,
real out here.
we definitely need to be safe, but we definitely need to be
But
active.
we definitely we gotta hinder it. And see, it's just so hard for us right now. I
Is it?
mean, this is like I remember like a person had the reason why I didn't have the I was there yesterday is because the event got canceled. The reason why the event got canceled is the same reason why the next time they schedule is going to get canceled. They're going to use this pandemic that we're going through as an excuse because these same people that said they couldn't attend this prison reform event are elected officials that work at state elected officials. They meeting in plenty rooms without masks on.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, because of what's going on now, they can't meet with us. You see what I'm saying?
You see, that's the
I was
thing, though,
like,
Rich.
that's the same excuse you finna be getting in May. So if you
Oh,
going
Rich.
so basically I was telling them that if you gotta base what you're doing off of their attendance, don't schedule nothing. Cause they're not gonna come. Why would they come to something to watch us go in on them? But then again, they may come, but it may be some, but this our prison system didn't get this bad overnight.
It did
They
not.
had they had plenty of time to speak up on these. They had plenty of time to make adjustments. Besides the adjustments they had, because they have made a lot of adjustments, making it worse. Uh, Number one, and that happened a while ago. Going from a single cell to these multi people to overcrowded cells.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
been it been and what I'm saying is the people that we're asking to change this are the people that is operating it. So just like with the water crisis, this man, you got brother, sister, auntie. You got the brother in trouble, you got the sister trying to prosecute him, and you got the auntie in the middle. That's Judge Leasy. And then you see how she can't hurt now one of the two.
Right.
Look, little Niecy. We're gonna give you 1 million plus. Look, Neff. We're gonna take a couple million from you. Shut up, Neff, because you're supposed to be spending billions. But Neff, we're gonna help you because we gonna make sure that we feed all your babies.
Hey, Rich, you
That's
gotta
the
let her.
doctor.
Rich, you gotta let her answer the question, brother.
Okay, go on and say that. But
No, I agree with you. I just think that even during the pandemic, right? Because we're talking about things getting slowed down because of the pandemic. You're talking
mm-hmm.
about, the number spiking, and making sure we're safe and all these other things. We still have to know that we have a voice, whether it be we write in, we call in. Y'all can shut their phones down. Just, you can do a whole lot of things besides showing up if you feel that unsafe, right? But there's so many things that we probably should be organizing that way as well too for the people that are afraid to come out though, Rich. Like, hey, get a phone number out there and say, hey, y'all call, blow it up, shut it down, right? Send a letter, do something, but don't do nothing. We have to start doing something. And it has to be consistent. It has to be constant. We have to keep getting on their nerves. We got to be just like the like when you got some old fruit in your house and them few nets that's in there, and you get that old fruit out, but it's that one net that stay around and it's there for months. It's pissing you off. We got to be that net. We got to continue to do that and to be that. because people only do what you allow. And if we allow them to continue to do this foolishness because we not doing nothing, then that's exactly what we gonna keep getting. Hey, you play silly games, you get silly prizes.
Amen.
And that's what we on right now.
Amen. You're so right.
Better
You're
than
so
that.
right, sis.
We
You're
gotta
so
do
right.
better
That's
than
my
that.
fire.
Do
That's
better,
my so
Rich.
we gon' so we gonna and see that and then I was also thinking about these little town halls that they've been having lately with
Mhm.
like 5 or 6 people showing up. Maybe they can get a higher 30 people. They call 30 people a crowd. Um I think there need to be some kind of mail-in request and Dropbox before and after that event too, because a lot of times, like if you hold something in the morning, then you already cutting out all of the workers because most of the people work 9 to 5 that work,
And some of us don't work in the city, so it takes us a minute to get there.
and that's even yep, and some of them, and then you got the ones that work that work or the start work at 4 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
You guys still start 4 5 6 7 and 8.
Mhm.
And you having a meeting at 12, those people can't make them.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. There's a lot of different scenarios with far as, and I feel that we need some kind of whatever happened to the Flint Journal. We need more door to door delivery of news and stuff too. People shouldn't always have to be uh tech savvy.
Right.
A lot of our elders they not tech savvy.
They don't get on live. Yeah, that's something else we should be looking into.
Yeah, I think we need to go back to that door to door delivery, that foreign that door-to-door toughness in the mi- in the news in the Flint Journal. But I remember a lot of good people used to put that strap on their shoulder and throw them paper. It taught a lot of good people.
Mhm. Yeah,
And I'd rather have a couple of young men throwing papers, earning a living than plotting to stand on corners.
that's true.
Because they young ones are out there standing. So,
You gotta give them all something to do.
because I look at the Flint Carrier, and a lot of people don't even get that. And that has some good articles and stuff in it. So that's another thing I'm gonna look into. I'm gonna look into try to make more people aware of that too.
You
'Cause I
just gotta,
think that's
you gotta, you gotta just continue to be the voice, Rich. I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you bringing that stuff to these to the people's attention. We just gotta be consistent and make sure that we getting it all out there. You know, and each one reach one. That's what we gotta do.
well, I want to thank somebody that ain't consistent. So I ain't gonna say their name, but
Okay.
I listen, and they're younger than me. So they was asked because we were talking about violence and stuff, and and working with the kids. And he said what the kids are looking for is consistency. They're not just soon as you say jump, they're saying how high. They want to hear you say jump, 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 jump. Get
Yeah.
tired of telling them to jump and they're not jumping, and you still tell them to jump. That's what they want. So I put that into everything that I do. That's why you hear me saying run long. That's why you hear me talking about the prisons. That's why you don't just hear me talking about the water, because before I was running for office and I was bringing up that water issue, was in the middle of it, because I always been talking about the water and zero balance in the water accounts, and the 70% of the water bill need to be paid by the state. I've been on that ever since I got off the plane from Florida. in 2014. But in the middle of that, I was on the prison reform, and then when this pandemic started, it automatically touched my heart that man, those single cells need to be. That's common sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just common. The stuff that I say is common sense. Is I'm not finna say I'm somebody to go study all day. I ain't somebody to go and always in Zoom meetings, and I ain't one of them people. I'm one of them people that just see and react and recognize the real. When I said use the funds to zero balance the water, that was common sense.
Absolutely.
The relief is in writing. The governor was strictly said you can't turn nobody water off. Who can't do that now? Common sense. Common sense told me that if you ain't separating these people who's already in overcrowded cells, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So before the problem came, I said it. Now you gotta remember this is our third go around. This is our third go around. This is the third time we're having these problems with the spread in these facilities. It shouldn't be no third time. They should have the single cell. They should stop saying profit over lives, because at the bottom of the day, at the end of the day, that's what it all boils down to. It's going to cost too much money to open up those single cells and stop the spread of that, and stop the spread, period. Because I'm trying to keep this thing from not being taken down.
Yeah.
So it's just sad.
So we got some work to do. We gonna keep working. 2022, we just gonna apply the pressure. We just gonna put more pressure on it. We gonna apply more pressure. We just gonna get at it.
And I'm gonna follow your lead on land bank. I'm gonna put a little bit of fire under you.
We gonna put something together with that.
Yeah, I gotta put some fire under you. You gotta come up with something. No, I'm
I
just
definitely
playing.
am.
I'm
No,
just playing. We
but
gotta do it.
you know how I feel
I
about that.
know,
I'm
I
going.
know, I know
I'm
you
I'm
will.
I'm
I
finna go all
you
gas, no brakes with that.
you'll call me by Tuesday like I got a topic for your next flip voice or what? Blah 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 blah. You challenge me, it's over with. Let's get there.
We go get it for real.
I know
Yeah,
you. That's why I had
on
to
that.
have you.
Yeah, I'm on
Like
that.
like 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 my mom right now. Oh, Chris Caleb is our third leg.
Okay.
So we coming. I would name Nikki the fourth leg, but everything I do, Mickey do. Everything Mickey do, I do. So I can't give him. I can't make him the fourth leg. But then we still gonna be missing one. So so me and him gonna keep working together, and we're gonna find that fourth leg. And now we got a table.
It's short though, player, but I got to ride and slide.
Yeah, me too. I gotta do my last rotation with them DOGSs. So it been a good show. Thanks a lot, Mick.
No
Uh,
problem. No problem. Yep, y'all
give
take
me a
it easy.
give me a call tomorrow, Satara. She done pissed off. All right now, Mick.
All right, I got you, Rich. You take
And
it easy.
we off the air.
No, I'm finna take us off. Give me like 5 seconds. We'll be off 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds, brother. 5 seconds. One.